I never expected to get an invitation to my own nightmare. I'm Maya, a 27-year-old software engineer living in Seattle. For the past 3 years, I've been building a peaceful life with my boyfriend, Liam. Liam is a total green flag. He's a high school history teacher, incredibly supportive, cooks dinner when I'm stressed, and loves me for exactly who I am. Then, the mail arrived. A heavy, cream-colored envelope with gold foil lettering, the wedding of Brooke Evans and Tyler Vance. My stomach dropped. Brooke is my younger sister, the ultimate golden child who could do no wrong in my parents' eyes. And Tyler. Tyler was my college boyfriend of 4 years. The guy who cheated on me with my college roommate, gaslit me into believing I was crazy, and left my self-esteem in absolute shreds. I hadn't spoken to Tyler in 3 years. I didn't even know he was dating my sister. Within 5 minutes of opening the mail, my mom called. She didn't ask how I was doing. She just said, "Maya, you're coming to the wedding in Ohio next month, and you're going to be the maid of honor. Brooke needs this to look perfect." I told her I was with Liam now, and that bringing me into a wedding with my ex was messy. My mom scoffed. "Oh, grow up, Maya. Tyler is a corporate lawyer now. He's family. Don't ruin your sister's big day with your old jealousy." Liam looked at me, saw the tears welling up in my eyes, and took my hand. "If you want to go and face them, I'll be right there by your side," he whispered. That's when I decided I wasn't going to hide anymore. When Liam and I arrived at the boutique hotel in Ohio for the wedding weekend, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. We walked into the private dining room for the family welcome dinner. My sister Brooke was glowing, dripping in designer clothes, showing off a 4-carat diamond ring. When she saw me, she didn't hug me. She just looked at Liam's casual button-down shirt and smirked. "Glad you could make it, Maya," Brooke said loudly, making sure the whole room heard. "And you brought the teacher. Cute." Then, Tyler walked in. He looked exactly the same, slicked back hair, an expensive tailored suit, and that arrogant smile that used to make me melt but now just made me sick. He walked straight up to me, ignoring Liam completely. "Hey Maya, long time no see. You look comfortable," Tyler said, eyeing my simple sundress. Liam stepped forward, extending his hand. "Hi, I'm Liam, Maya's boyfriend." Tyler barely grazed Liam's hand with his fingers. "Right. The teacher." Maya always did like a simple life. During dinner, my parents couldn't stop praising Tyler. Tyler bought Brooke a brand new Lexus. My dad bragged, "Tyler is taking her to Paris for the honeymoon." Every compliment thrown at Tyler was a passive-aggressive jab at Liam and me. But the real shock came when the bill arrived. The dinner cost nearly $3,000. My dad stood up, patted his pockets, and laughed. "Well, since Maya is the big-shot tech worker from Seattle, I'm sure she's got this covered. After all, family helps family." Brooke and Tyler didn't even reach for their wallets. They just stared at me, expecting me to pay for my ex-boyfriend's celebratory dinner. I looked at Liam. He gave me a subtle nod. I put my card down, but mentally, I started logging every single penny they were trying to drain from me. The next evening was the rehearsal dinner. I was forced to arrive early to help Brooke with the table arrangements. Liam was back at the hotel grading papers, promising to show up right before the guests arrived. I was alone in the venue's back kitchen, organizing the floral centerpieces, when the door clicked shut. I turned around. It was Tyler. He was holding a glass of whiskey, and he looked drunk. "What do you want, Tyler?" "I'm busy," I said, keeping my distance. Tyler stepped closer, trapping me between the counter and his body. "Come on, Maya, don't be like that. You really expect me to believe you're happy with that broke school teacher? Liam is twice the man you'll ever be." I snapped. "Get out of my face. You're marrying my sister tomorrow." Tyler laughed, a dark, cynical sound. "Brooke? Brooke is a child. She cries when she breaks a nail. I'm marrying her because your dad is helping me get a partnership at his firm. But you," he reached out and tried to touch my hair. "You were always the passionate one. We could still have fun on the side." "Maya, Brooke never has to know." I was disgusted. I pulled away. But as I did, I noticed something. My phone was resting on the counter right behind me, and it was actively recording a voice memo. I had started it earlier to record the event coordinator's instructions, and it was still running. I kept my cool. "So you don't love my sister at all? You're just using her?" I asked, guiding the conversation. "Love, please?" Tyler scoffed, taking a sip of his drink. "She's a trophy, a means to an end. Honestly, seeing you look so desperate to prove you're over me just makes me want you more." Don't act like you don't miss this. Get out, I whispered. He smiled, thinking he had won, and walked out of the kitchen. I picked up my phone. The recording was perfectly clear. Every single word of his confession was captured. An hour later, the rehearsal dinner was in full swing. 60 people, family, friends, and corporate partners were seated in the grand hall. My mom took the microphone. I want to invite our maid of honor, Maya, to say a few words about the beautiful couple. The room applauded. Brooke looked smug. Tyler gave me a cocky wink from the head table. They thought I was going to stand up there, swallow my pride, and bless their toxic union. I walked up to the podium. Liam was sitting at a table in the back, giving me a reassuring smile. Hi everyone, I started, my voice steady. As you all know, I'm Brooke's older sister, and as some of you know, Tyler is actually my ex-boyfriend from college. A collective murmur went through the crowd. My mom's face turned bright red. She started signaling the DJ to cut my mic, but I held it tight. My family has spent the last month telling me to grow up, to let go of the past, and to accept Tyler into our family. They told me he's a changed man, a loyal man, a successful man. I pulled out my phone and connected it to the venue's Bluetooth speaker system, which I had secretly paired during the setup hour. So, instead of a traditional speech, I think it's best if Tyler speaks for himself. Here is a little chat we had in the kitchen just 45 minutes ago. I pressed play. Tyler's voice boomed through the speakers. Brooke is a child. I'm marrying her because your dad is helping me get a partnership at his firm. She's a trophy, a means to an end. We could still have fun on the side. Maya, Brooke never has to know. The room went dead silent. Could literally hear a pin drop. Brooke's jaw dropped. She looked at Tyler, then at the speakers, then back at Tyler. Tyler's face drained of all color. He stood up, knocking his chair backward. Maya, you crazy BH, that's edited. That's fake. It's completely real. Tyler, I said into the microphone. Brooke burst into hysterical tears, throwing her champagne glass directly at Tyler's head. It shattered against the wall. My dad jumped up, lunging toward Tyler, yelling, "You used my daughter?" My mom started screaming at me. Maya, how could you do this at her rehearsal dinner? You ruined everything. I didn't stay to watch the rest of the implosion. I walked off the stage, grabbed my purse from the table, and walked straight to the back of the room where Liam was waiting. He had the biggest grin on his face. He opened the doors for me, and we walked out into the cool evening air. While the chaos was happening inside, I opened my Venmo and Chase apps. I requested a chargeback for the $3,000 dinner from my dad, sending the venue the receipt and stating it was unauthorized by the primary party. Then, I blocked my mother, my sister, and Tyler. The wedding was officially called off by midnight. It's been a few weeks now. My dad tried calling me from a burner phone to say I destroyed the family's reputation in front of his business partners. I told him his reputation was destroyed the moment he valued a wealthy cheater over his own daughter's dignity. Brooke is currently in therapy, and Tyler was reportedly asked to resign from his firm due to the public scandal. As for me, I'm sitting on the couch in our Seattle apartment. Liam just brought me a hot cup of coffee and a plate of homemade pancakes. For the first time in years, the air feels completely clear. I didn't just ruin a wedding, I saved my own life. If you were in my place, what would you do? Comment below. And subscribe for more real-life twists.